Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Dalton from the Petrol List. I saw an article in Planet F1 that, my favorite word, interesting, that I found interesting. And this one is Fernando Alonso F1 retirement date set as Flavio Briatore teases huge decision. Now, you might find yourself asking, who is Flavio Briatore? I know I did. So I did a little bit of hunting. And Flavio Briatore was the F1 team boss with Benetton and Renault during the 90s and 2000s. So that is his credentials. But let's read into the article just a little bit more. Alonso stands as the most experienced driver in F1 history, having made a total of 391 Grand Prix starts since his debut with Minardi in 2001. That's a very, very long time. That's a 23-year-long career. And if he said he was getting ready to retire, I totally understand that. That's longer than a lot of folks' careers that don't have that much toll and stress on their bodies and their mental states. That is a high level of performance that you're trying to hold, and that's for a very long time. So the two-time world champion who returned to F1 after a 2-year sabbatical in 2021, so I guess that is more like 21 years instead of 23, celebrated his 43rd birthday last month. As you get older, things change, priorities change, and anything can get old. I remember when I was in the Marines, I'm wearing this shirt. When I was in the Marines, when they told us it was time for rifle qualification or to go fast rope out of another helicopter or something for training, it's both exciting and boring at the same time. This is what I do. I do it all the time. So I wonder if there is a certain point where even Formula One drivers are like, I would like to do something else. So the wording of Aston Martin's statement hinting at options to continue beyond 2026. Briatore said that Alonso would have a big decision to make at the end of that season over whether or not to continue. So this is what he continued on to say. I don't know about his future. If you ask me, if Fernando wants to continue after we finish the contract, our last year will be 2026 for the moment. What he wants to do after that, I don't know. Does he want to continue for one more year? And that's a big old question mark right there. Other key sentences. It depends on the feeling he has about racing and the timing. I don't know if he'll have a family at that time and whatever. So again, I said priorities and all that. Now, what does that mean to the grid as it stands? Well, I have a little theory that Aston Martin is trying quite literally to be the next Red Bull. If Alonso is likely to retire at the end of 26, that throws a little bit of a spanner in the works for Aston Martin. Because if you're going to be Red Bull, you want to have Verstappen in the first year of the 2026 car because you want to be able to develop the car around him. If Fernando Alonso stays through 2026, then clearly you're going to have to design the car around Fernando Alonso. I'm not sophisticated enough to know how much Alonso's and Max Verstappen's driving styles differ. I don't know if Max Verstappen will be able to jump into car design for Alonso. But one thing is for certain, I doubt that they would be designing the car around Lance Stroll. So if they're trying to be the new Red Bull, i.e. having Adrian Newey, a Honda power plant, and Max Verstappen in the seat, they would have to wait until 2027, and that ship may have sailed. I think that perhaps what Fernando Alonso would like to do is hedge his bets, see how the 2026 car is trending. If the car is good at the end of that year, maybe he goes on for a couple more years. He has the kind of personality. He does want to win another championship. 2 championships ain't bad, but he's a racer, and perhaps he does want just that one more to prove to himself. And that would be phenomenal because he just turned 43. If it's 2024 right now and he doesn't leave until the end of 2026, he would be 45 or 46. I'm not great at math. All I know is he will have been racing for a very, very long time. So, again, super interesting article teasing Alonso's retirement at the end of 2026. Article is written by Oliver Harden. Just came out 2 hours ago, and it's on planetf1.com. I've been Dalton, this has been Betulous, and you've been great. Thanks for watching. I'm out.